Tuesday was a record day on Wall Street with the Dow Jones Industrial Average closing at a record high. But what does that mean for you? Well, today we're going in depth on that very subject, and joining us is Nancy Hecht, a certified financial planner. And Nancy, thanks so much for joining us. So question right out of the box has to be, is this a good time to buy or sell or what?
Well, actually it would be a good time to be selling. If you're looking at rebalancing your portfolio and you see some gains, you might want to scrape some of those gains off and move it around to some of the other investments that you have just to rebalance. I really prefer to buy when things are on sale, and on sale is when the markets are negative. But if you are sitting on a lot of cash, you might want to look at dollar cost averaging to buy, taking chunks over regular periods of time as opposed to throwing all your money in right now because you're afraid that you're going to miss this run up.
Okay, so what about 401ks? Should people, over the past, it's been kind of scary for folks financially. So is this a good time to reassess what you have in your 401k? Should you take anything out or leave it alone? How to best manage that?
Well, the interesting thing is that this is happening at what is almost the end of the quarter. And most people rebalance their portfolios quarterly, or they should be quarterly. So now would be a great time to be looking at what has moved up, what has moved down, how much do you have in each sector versus the other. Are you still balanced in a manner that's good for you, and start planning your reallocation now.
We were talking a little bit about China.
Right.
So how does China play into all of this?
Well, China was big news yesterday because they're trying to move their country more to a consumer country versus a manufacturing country. The heads of China would like their citizens to start spending more money, and of course spending more money in their country. As opposed to, consuming our goods.
And of course we consume their goods. I mean, you see most of the things that are made, we see that are made in China.
Right.
So it would be good, I know it costs more, but if Americans would be willing to pay that little extra to keep that money here in the United States.
Well, it would be nice if more people tried to buy America. We want to help our own as much as we help other people around the world. But, charity begins at home. And not to say it's charity to be spending money with U.S. Manufactured companies, but keep the money in the United States.
Okay, the last question then for you is, does this mean that there is an uptick in the way we're going financially? Should people say this is a good sign that the economy is on a strong rebound, or just be a little hesitant?
I think I would be a little bit cautious. There's not really good fundamentals behind this upswing, and the volume of the trading has been very light. So there's not a lot of people moving the markets up as much as they are. Keep in mind, though, the Dow is only 30 stocks. And there's many, many more stocks that people own in their 401ks and their IRAs and their other different investment portfolios. So you want to be a little bit cautious, and you don't want to panic.
Don't panic, and the best advice is to talk with your certified financial planner.
Most definitely.
All right, Nancy Hecht, you are one, and we thank you for your input.
Thank you for having me.